Okay, seems like we're good. It seems like we're good. That's wild, bro. Why does he keep doing this today, though? Wait, 1 out of 2. Oh, no, wait. The chat got deleted. Hold on. Stream won't stop breaking. I know, it won't. I don't know why. I don't know why. Wait. Oh, okay. I I really think the game does not want me to stream. Oh, okay, okay. I really think the game doesn't want me to stream, man. Okay, I don't think I can do it with Ambi, but let me try like trigger or something. Hold on. Does she have? Oh no, she on Shadow Harmony. Oh well. I don't know, guys. I think the game does not want me to stream. It doesn't want me to stream today. Hello, Andrew. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. This is probably like what, the second one, because it keeps breaking for me. Wait, does trigger actually help impair? It knows your potential. I know, right? Hey, Cat, welcome to the stream. It knows what I'm capable of. Damn, I can't even see anything! Because Trigger's going... all our shit is on the screen. I'm doing way more damage to Enemy. So much electricity everywhere, my god. Do you think Sammy buffs were needed? For her, I think so, because Sammy compared to the other agents was really lacking, and she wasn't really keeping up. So I think they were needed to an extent. Now let's do the ult. I think she did, yeah. Oh, I had no energy. Wait. Okay, there we go. Bruh, this team. Oh, that's my second impair. Just ult. I don't think I get in there, son. Seed is, I mean, not Seed, oh my god. Trigger is just kind of busted against this fight. People think Samuel was super shill buff. Mile Shock Yanagi. Yeah, I just wanted to see how well it would do. I almost got 5k performance points. People think super shilly buff for Aftershock is suddenly good. When with our buff, she was a wet noodle. Yeah, I mean, buffs are part of the game at this point. Like, you kind of have to play well with the buffs that you're given. Oh, ranking 8%. Well, I'm a super pushover. My opponent's UCC. I can do a different team for this. I was just messing around with this. Wait. Oh, I don't have defensive assist, but I can do Orphe. Input snap. But UCC is kind of a pushover, though. Like, he is kind of easy. At least to me. I know some people hate him. Oh, wait, I got Hold EX. I'm thinking she's C for a sec. Who invited Seth? I did. I mean, the team works. I got 20k. Owie. Hey, here goes a giant fist. Oh, she blocked it, bruh. That's not even fair. She blocked the whole punch, bro. Alright, let me use the EX. Use Orphe's ult. Seed ult. Banana. Orphe's chain. That was a pretty good stun rotation. I'm not the greatest with this team. Bruh. listen, on min-maxing priest is gonna be a who me or you? Because I'm not min-maxing. I'm just legit just button mashing. Oh, I could have got 40k, but I switched it to Asher by accident. Asher even Nicole is harder than it seems. I'll say for sure. Yeah, it's kind of a rough team if you don't know how to do certain rotations. I'm just used to Eve lighter. Okay, right now everything seems to be good. Now is 3 point. Wow. To be fair, are there so many fat cats in Lumina Square? I only recognized it from Eve talking about it. That's crazy. Are people killing UCC? Is that what's happening here? Should I just? Oh, Vivian has a Alice. Hey, I could do a 10 pull, but I'm not going to. I'll say for Lucia. But now that I'm done with that, I want to fight. I know Croatia Complex some more. I want to see if it's possible I can kill it. I don't think I can, but maybe this team could. Wish I could get Eve, but I gotta get that Russian team. What team you were looking for? First stream died. Yeah, 2 of the streams died. I had to change my internet for it. But welcome, Senku. Oh, I got hit. Run over. I got reset. I got hit. I needed to parry.
AP.
Forget about that. That was my mom. Yeah, it was an early stream ending. But welcome. Wow, he's like all purple. Move back to the other one, Vivian. Thank you. Alright. Hey, A. Welcome. I mean, I should be able to get close to killing this. I'll probably not get the performance points because I don't have a... Oh, Yuzu. Oh, I timed it. That's what I did. Oh no, I thought it was Yanagi. Don't go unanswered. Just ult. What's the team cost? You do not know. You want to know the team cost. Vivian, there we go. Let's do the tech. Oh wait, I gotta Yuzu. I'm just gonna ult. It's gonna be electric, but it's fine. Yuzu! Man, she has no sugar points. I don't think I'm killing. Wow, it's like 3 disorders. Oh. Wait. I could possibly kill. Hold on. Oh, I can't. I can't kill. Okay. That was payback for like all those DAs ago. When I couldn't get Vivia's engine. 60k? Yeah, 64k. I don't think I could get 65k. But Andrew, if you really want to know the cost, I'm gonna show you. My Vivian, I mean not Vivian. My Yuzu's M2. Oh, I have Weeping Cradle. I keep forgetting I have Weeping Cradle because I gave it to Orphe, so yeah. I didn't even have her sig for that one. Vivian, she's a M0 R1 with her sig. I had these cause what in the world? Yeah, surprised like you don't own M5 Nagi. Who, me? I mean, to be honest, I didn't think I was going to kill. Because before I had M2, I couldn't. But I was literally just because it was a build issue and a skill issue at that time. But yeah. But also, I had like a couple seconds left. I didn't, like, if I was trying to play optimally, I probably could have saved some time. But so I can't kill that. I don't think I can get close. Stop at M5. Listen, I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough money to get the M6. I had another gotcha that I spent on, so I couldn't spend all on it. No, I just don't have it. I just don't have it. Out ult. Swim with shark loan? Nah. I'm not making loans. Not for gotchas. I'm still hitting ICDs because I'm not used to. I gotta play this team more. Alice. Yep. No. All right. You gonna get M2 Hugo? So you can kill Marionette. Yeah, I think you can kill Marionette Web too, Hugo. Dun, 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 dun. Don't go unanswered. Go, Kamba. I would never lose. Oh, she's not done. Oh, she was kind of done. Can I get 50? No. If my rotations were better, it's probably possible. Yeah. If my rotations were better, probably 50k was possible. But again, I don't have much practice with Alice. Sorry, with Nagi Alice, other than gesture, which I did on a whim, by the way. So that's 46 priest. Who can I use against priest? I can use. Wait, yeah, I can use Hypershock. Wait, they both got it. I gotta make Rena Astral. Yeah, I gotta put on Astral. Can you kill Fiend? I probably can't. Because my Alice doesn't have engine. She's on Weeping Gemini. It's probably possible if I had her engine. But I don't have it. It doesn't really matter what she has. I just need... Is there energy on... Nope. I think I have a pen with energy. Yeah. But no, I can't kill Fiend. I kill UCC though. I can't kill Defiler. Wait. I'm looking for Pen Astral. Yeah, here we go. I still got Weeping Cradle on. You know what? It don't matter. Am I free to play account and try to get the 2.4 units on there? You can try. But if you are, like, coming back, I think you can probably just pull Lucia. And get ready for those new units. Wow, I stopped there with the chain attack. That's crazy. Let despair fester. Oh yeah, sure. As the robot, he's an S rank. He's probably going to be an S rank. I don't think they're going to do another A rank. Alright, Yuzu ult here. Oh, I did the thing by accident. And an ult. $3 million, alright. He better not die. Wait, he better not be? Well, we'll have to see. Zhao and the Chakra Girl. Idaki eat ult here. Okay, bro. Let's save some energy. I'm trying to see if I get to 50k. Oh, I can't. I can't do that. It's fine. He might be your favorite character. Please, let me get 50. Let me get 50. No, I was off, but it's fine. I kind of messed up a little bit. I don't know what type of character he'll be. He could literally be anything. Yeah, I mean, I think he will probably be Fire Rupture, but like that's just my own speculation. Okay, I think I'm done with DA. I don't want to do my friend's DA, but yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry for the other streams. I don't know what happened. But I think I found a solution though. Yeah, I think I found a solution though. I think it's just one of my Wi-Fi just wasn't working. Oh, the balls, like those spheres he has, yeah. Is this a 10 pool? Wait, no. Oh, it's 12 pools. Yeah, I'll have a battery. How good is his DA so far? A lot of people seem to like it. Fiend is whatever. UCC is back, so like people it's not that difficult. It doesn't even have a resistance, so anyone can fight it. Priest is still Priest, so if you still have like your Julian or your Yi Xuan, you can use priest against it will go a long way. Yeah, I'm on wireless for now. I'm blanking on the elements right now. It's fire, ice. Yeah, ice. But this DA is not that. It's not that difficult, honestly. As you get, well, okay. Other than me using a meme team, uh, no, don't tell me it ended, bro. I'm not even doing anything. That's a crazy part. We back? Okay, okay. I seriously don't know what's going on. It was not like this yesterday. We good? Yeah. Okay. I don't know why it keeps doing that. For now, I probably won't stream for too long if he keeps doing this. I'll probably have to figure out something to make it better. I might have to invest into what Senku was saying or something else. I'm kind of looking forward to Monato for those Rupture Show bosses. I mean, and in general, yeah. I mean, I don't know, like, if they're going to be ruptured shield. I don't know how they'll do that. Because of the slight pause? Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I already talked about the new endgame mode. About how, like, I feel that a lot of people are not going to like it. Because once you select a team, you can't switch out of that team. You can't take them to another team. So whatever you have in your roster is what you got. So if you use, like, this team, hold on. So let's say I use, like, this Nagi team, and then I wanted to do this team for a different one. I can't do that because Yuzu's already in this team. So you have to have other agents. Then, like, the two required bosses, let's say I use this team and this team. I need a third team for the final boss. Not to mention I have to get a, like, either A or S to probably get the 40 points for the S rank. So, like, it's for me it's not that difficult because I have built enough agents. Like, I have two limited stunners, right? I have Chingy and I have Trigger. I have them pretty built. I built Pulchra just in case, right? Like, she's built enough to the point where if I need Pulchra, I can use her. Same for Piper, because I don't know if I would need, like, another anomaly user that isn't just Alice. So I built her just in case. Like, same for Grace too. Like, I built some of the other characters I thought I might use in the future, and it seems like it might be that time. And that's why I kind of got Seed and Orphe, because I can use Orphe with Trigger as a core, and use Seed by herself with another attacker, like Julian or Haru, and it can work, right? So, like, for newer players, I don't think they'll be able to, like, really cruise through the new mode as easily because they just don't have enough built agents or enough agents to, like, go through the roster. And then it's not even about the agents, it's about the bosses they have to fight. Like, so I can't clear DA or Shiu completely. You don't necessarily have to complete, like, you don't have to 9-star DA. Pretty stunners and support. Yeah, like I think it's important to have your DPS or like the agents you like to play and just like build them up, right? But the new game mode, I don't know, man. Like it is going to be like the people who horizontally invest and who already have agents already built enough. I think it'll be fine. Not to have as a new account. Not necessarily, because when you start the game, like say if you start a Zenless today, if you're trying to rush to the end game, even if you have all the knowledge in the world, you can't catch up fast enough without proper I mean not relics, proper drive discs. I don't have enough teams to at least 6-star. Yeah, you just have to build up your agents, which that's part of the game. You kind of want to build up your roster of agents. Granted, I haven't like leveled some of them, but like all my other agents are decently leveled up. But yeah, I think the new mode will be. I don't know. It's weird. Like I want it to be like a real challenge, but it seems like it's just going to check people, and I don't have a problem with that, but a lot of people will because um in the West, a lot of people like to be free to play, and they don't have a lot of agents. So like, if they're trying to do that in the game, they're going to have a hard reality that they need more agents. So the teams that they're trying to skip to have the meta team, you can't have always the meta team. You need to have teams in general. Your account has to be flexible. Also, my characters, it get them prepped if I have to build them. Yeah, like I said, I prepped Poker just in case, and I prepped Piper. I prepped Grace, even though I probably won't use her. Nicole's already built, but yeah, it's my goat. Hey Jimmy, I can see your message this time. You luckily came when the stream isn't bugging out. But yeah, I was just talking about the new game mode though. I just feel like a lot of people are just going to get checked by not having agents built. But it's not even just agents built, right? That's the first layer. The second layer is actually fighting. Because these Shiyu bosses, if they have the DA health, you're not going to kill them. Meaning you can't skip some of their phases. Like with Paragus, you're not going to be able to skip like the DM that they have. I call it DM from like it's a term from Kingdom Hearts. Their desperation move. Like they have that little phase thing. I'm not even mad for being behind. It's fun to build units and teams. Yeah, I like that too. I think it's really fun to build units. And then you see them progress, right? Because once they're done, they're done. Do Rupture agents use stunners? Yeah, they do. Rupture is just like think of Rupture as like another form of attack, but like they use stunners. They use Shingi, Jufufu. I don't have Jufufu, but like they use stunners. Stunners are really good. Let me use my mouse for this instead of my controller. But yeah, like the new in-game mode, I don't know. Like, it's just gonna cause complaints, and people are gonna say, "Oh, you have to pull units," but that's the entire point of the in-game mode is to have these agents to test your skills. Oh, I was talking about the Shiyu bosses. Like, if they're like just normal HP Shiyu bosses, I don't know how they're gonna base their like your multiplier if it's by time. But if it isn't by time and by score, they're gonna have to make these enemies scale like DA enemies. Is in my issue is we're gonna have enemies like hold on. Let me go to Shiyu. Like Pteroraptor. We have enemies like him that just have like DA health. And people are going to complain because they can't stop him from flying in the air. And they can't like stop it. Even though it says here in combat, Pteroraptor relies on its agile, powerful mechanical legs for close range attacks, while unleashing a barrage of ranged weapons to suppress its enemies. Use defensive assists to rebound its missiles, leaving the Pteroraptor temporarily paralyzed. Yeah. So like you use defensive assists, right? Which pretty much at this point they're just gonna make everything weak to defensive assists because they don't have anything else. But also it's weak to electric. So when you shock enemies, right, that are mechanical, which you know, the mechanical legs, right? It's a mechanical enemy. They do get stunned a little bit. So you can't abuse that with like electric agents that you use. I think about building my Haru in a free to play setup. You mean with Amy Nicole? It can still work. I've still seen Haru main still make that work. Like Pteroraptor's Boo Boo. Yeah, it's annoying. Oh, then hold on. Now imagine Shadow Pokra or Doppelganger Pokra in that new mode, but you can't kill her. Like she's not supposed to be killed. And if she just wastes your time. Or like all three of them, right? Like that could be really annoying. Eventually I have to build my Seth. I'll say build Seth if you need Seth. But in this new mode, like I don't know, man. If you have a Yanagi, right, if she's already like well built, and you use like if your best support's like Yuzu's on some other team, your Astra's on another team, and you're using Nicole for like, your third team, building Seth and Rina is not going to be a bad idea. Is a Yanagi victim? I don't know if Lycon could work with Evelyn, or is this a generalist stunner? Lycon, he has like I think like a damage multiplier when he does his basic for in stun, but like Lycon doesn't provide that much for Evelyn. You're probably better off using like Trigger, even without Sig. Probably just Trigger or Colada. Is only good with ice agents. I mean, I don't necessarily think that's the case, but he does boost ice damage. He's the best with ice agents. But if you're looking for like a generalist stunner, I think Coletus is better. Lycon is a bit slow. He is really specialized into ice. Yeah, I guess you're right, Kat, to a certain extent. But with this new mode, I think people have to optimize their team strength, because if you put like 3 premium angels into one team, and your other 2 teams that you might other 3 teams need some form of power, you have to split them. You have to start using your A ranks until you get like, like the Orpheus, the Vivians, and like sub DPSs like Yanagi and Seed. But you see, everyone wanted to just skip these 2. This new mode drops. They gave us a Monato for free. It's up to you if you want to pull for Lucia or not. But like, okay, do you have like 4 strong enough teams right? That can handle most content in the game. And I'm saying 4 because I feel like to get a very good score, you need to do the optional one. Clay is a really good free to play stunner. Option for Astra Evelyn. Yeah, she's good if you know how to manage your Evelyn resources. But you don't want to put attack disc 6. You don't want to put impact on her disc 6. You want to put attack. You want to build Clay like a sub DPS. But she's good if you know how to manage Evelyn's meter, because you could probably get like just as fast as stuns as a Chingy. But Koleda is just like, she has big burst dazes, so I think, and she has the chain attack buff bonus, so it will help Evelyn's damage even more. So, but with that new mode, I think people just have to realize that they can't just use the premium team for everything. They're gonna have to start branching out, and they're gonna have to start playing comps that they're not comfortable with. Just because there are going to be some times there's going to be an enemy, you don't have all the agents you can use, right? And I think there's a reason why they like they're making more ice resistant enemies for Miyabi, because like if they made this game mode before like Defiler, Priest, and even Fiend, well, you can still use Miyabi on Fiend, but like the upcoming boss, or something that just resists anomaly, Miyabi is the only character. Oh, okay, Miyabi and sorta Alice, but I'm mainly talking about Miyabi. There's nothing the mono ice Yuzu ice team could be countered by. They have to make some form of counter. So players who have Miyabi, who could use that team, don't just win every single DA boss. That's why they made Priest, so they gave other characters a chance. Now you can still use Miyabi in like the other 2 stages or the optional stage, but like you can't just have a character like Miyabi run free. Even Alice can have bad matchups if you don't have her supports. So like, yeah. But there are only agents that could do that. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting more with these, more team attacks. I think they're waiting for the Angels of Delusion so they can start doing that, because they're a pop group or something like that. So they can do, oh look, it's a team ultimate. Would you like to pull these 2 characters? I know they're gonna make one of them a support. That's just gonna be like Astra 2, but not as strong in some cases, and then we all have to pull. Like, it's just gonna be annoying. There's something else I wanted to yap about too. I just can't remember. I wanted to talk about that new game mode yesterday, but I also discombobulated from the stream. I really can't think of it. Yeah, I just can't think of it. I know it has something to do with like, oh, I do know I wanted to talk about, but I don't know. Means Bringer will be back. Oh yeah, Bringer might come back in that new game mode. He might. It's definitely a possibility, but I don't know. It really depends if they really want to bring him back. But he might come back. Instead of putting him in DA where everyone just avoids him, just force everyone to play Miyabi. And then what you do is make the other bosses like the normal enemies in that rotation also weak to ice. So the player is like, oh, should I use Miyabi on Bringer, or should I use Miyabi on like the three other Ice Week boss. And they'll specifically do that for like Yidhari, I feel. One rotation. They'll probably do that for like one rotation though. Or probably never again until like another Ice DPS comes out. I guess I could talk about I talked about it before. In my Brigger without Miyabi feels clunky, but not hard. But yeah, it doesn't feel hard, but that's in the context of DA. This new mode, it might actually be worse. Then again, I don't know until we see it. But what I wanted to say was about like I said in my Yahari video that I don't think like all these uh, freeze resistant enemies are gonna like hurt ice DPSs like Hugo and Ellen. It only really affects Miyabi for mono icy Yuzu ice. But I really think people don't understand why they're doing that. Like, why do they keep making bosses ice immune, right? And I think it's a lot of people just don't understand. Like, yeah, sure, when we started learning about mono ice with Lycon, a lot of people say it's the best team in the game, and it is. Well, I'll say it's still currently the best, but the devs know how strong it is. And because they know how strong it is, they're trying to dissuade people from using it. Because what it's essentially doing, it's taking the stun multiplier window, like when you're stunning, and you're extending it for each freeze. Now, you'll say, oh, that's a good thing. I could get more damage. That is good. If you were Ellen or like another ice DPS, right? You could get the shatter to get your crit damage. And, they're frozen so you can do more attacks. The issue is with Miyabi herself being an anomaly. This didn't really happen too much because Sakaku, even though she's a support, she just has high anomaly buildup. That's not her fault. I think it's just that the devs didn't think that Sakaku would be used like that. But also, originally, Sakaku wasn't ice. She was wind. Like, they had an other element in the game before, Zelif came out. So Sakaku was wind, and it would have made sense for her to, like, swing her fan that way. Because it's wind. But they just made it to ice instead. Regardless, ice being able to freeze an enemy during the stun window is essentially every single time you're freezing, and if you've seen like Miyabi, Mono, or Yuzu ice clears, they're able to do their enhanced basic while the enemy is still frozen. And she gets off almost the whole attack. Or mostly. Or most of her damage is pretty done before it shatters. And because of the high AM that Miyabi and Sakaku has, while adding Yuzu to the mix, you can get 7 to like 8 freezes in a stun window. That's probably longer than pulling like M6 lighter. No team in the game should be able to do that without like heavy mindscapes or an M6. And you could say, but I think it's fine. It takes skill to do that. It does. It does take a lot of skill to be able to play Mono Ice and Yuzu Ice. But that is something that's fundamentally breaking the game. Like a core part of the game. Lighter, even though he extends it by a little bit, he's not pushing it to the point where the devs aren't okay with it. Because if they weren't okay with it, they would have not given him that stun extension. Or even mindscapes to extend it further. Miyabi and Sakaku are just freezing to abuse that stun window. Yuzu Ice, you say? Yes, Jimmy, I'm talking about your favorite team, Yuzu Ice. Now I'm just explaining about like why I feel that they're trying to like hit not really hit the problem, but like dissuade people from using it. I think Yahari's an ice DPS by Sicker more. Noted Ellen or Miyabi. No, 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 you're fine. Um, Yidhari, from what her gameplay is, I don't think she cares too much about freezing enemies. Now, if she did care, where she does like her massive spin, it does like a lot of damage, then it could be useful. Zena, you didn't answer my DPSF question. When? It must have been when the stream. Hold on. I must have missed it. I'm sorry. Justice for like on ice. You said when is DPSF? I'm assuming. DPSF. I gotta get the drive discs for it. She doesn't play to her Elma as much as the other ice DPS. Ellen, hold on. Like Ellen necessarily doesn't either. However, I do remember before I guess Miyabi, right? Um, I did see a lot of people time the freeze to use their ult, and then her whole ult would be able to like do all the damage during that. So like so it wouldn't shatter. That was kind of important back then for Ellen. But now I think Ellen has like a lot of brute force damage, and her kit is a lot better. Plus, she can use lighter. I don't think she needs it anymore, or it's not a necessity to time the freeze procs in her stun window. It's still nice for her to do that, though. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like, we're getting new supports and we're getting new avenues for these characters, right? Nothing says you can't play Ellen, Lighter, and Orphe, right? She can still use the zero in buff, even if it's like every like 12 seconds. If you do the zero in buff during like the stun window, like during your ult or your like Shark Nami, you can still do a lot of damage, right? Also, one for a 3-point S would be nice. I don't want a new element in this game, but they're probably going to do it. Check Discord. Did you at me? Oh, I see it. Should I run Seth DPS on UCC? Jimmy, if you can like get a 2-star, I think you're good. Like, are you just trying to you're trying to 3-star it? I don't know if you could 3-star with DPS Seth. You probably gonna need like you can probably Astro Nicole it. It's probably possible Astro Nicole. Win? Nah, they would have announced a new element though. We would have had like dreams of that. But just to end off the Miyabi thingy, it's literally because the devs don't like it when the players are extending the stun window and it's against their intentions. Now you could say, why would they allow it in the first place? Remember, there's no ice anomaly on my on my G. I can 3-star. Okay, 3-star then. Oh, but we have to remember there's no ice anomaly. It was just Sakaku and Ellen as the ice units, and like we didn't get in our ice until Miyabi, I think. So like I don't think they realize how strong freezing in the sun when it was until Miyabi. And then they realized, oh, that this is just a bad idea. And then people kept doing it, kept killing bosses. It was with Mono Ice with Lycon, and then Yuzu came out. It made it way stronger. And they probably wanted to release, like, I really think that Yidhari or some other character in the future was going to be an Ice Stunner. But they realized if we make an Ice Stunner with Miyabi is already, like, breaking the game, then yeah. There is no Ice Anomaly. She is, Miyabi is Ice Anomaly. You see this? This is Anomaly. Frost is essentially ice, alright? Frost is ice. She's not attack. She's Anomaly. The real Ice Anomaly is Sakaku. Let's be real here. Like, it's funny because a lot of people didn't like Sakaku until they started playing her with the Mono Ice stuff. And then people's opinions started to be changed around. I don't know. But yeah. I guess that's all I had to say about the Mono Ice thing. I think it's fine that, Miyabi can't have it anymore, or they're trying to, like, soft hit it. Because she's just still the most broken agent in the game. Actually, I have not used her in forever. I haven't used her in a couple of DAs that she used. Not, like, when I got Seed, I just stopped using Miyabi. That's good. That's really good. I don't want to play Miyabi no more. I did have something I wanted to say about, like, I guess any game overall. It's fire that's cold. It's true. I guess I'll just say my quick thoughts about, like, Endgame, and then I'll probably be done with the stream. And then I'm going to fit, like, before my next stream, I'm definitely going to make sure the net does not cut out ever. Like, there was talks of, like, HP inflation, show buffs, stuff like that within the game. We heard so many points from different CCs and creators and people about their thoughts. And even Kete made a video on it, right? HP inflation is going to happen. Let's just get this straight. It's endgame. They can't let the bosses stay the way they are forever. No matter how egregious or how little they buff the HP, it's still endgame. They have to constantly keep improving the enemies. If they don't, it will not be called endgame. I know a lot of people, well, not me personally, but there are a lot of people who have never played any sort of live service game that isn't a gacha, and it has endgame that's very difficult. The point of endgame is to be at the end of the game, of whatever game you're playing. It's supposed to be the hardest content in the game. Do you think there's a difference between casuals and novice players? Okay. Novice players are people who just start the game, right? Casuals are people who just play the game casually. Like, they log in like once every 2 weeks. No, not once every 2 weeks. Like they log in periodically. A novice player is someone who just started or just has a low skill level. But I'm not talking about skill level. It's completely fine to be a casual player. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong being a novice player either. But when it comes to HP inflation, they have to. If not, no one will play the game. It will be too easy. Next, the show buffs. There will be okay. Sorta. It's not really a leak, but I'm not going to say what happens or what are they. There are going to be two rupture buffs in the future. That's going to be the most egregious moment of shilling for Yidhari, specifically for Yidhari. It's not going to happen when Lucia drops. It's Yidhari. Two of these buffs are going to be rupture, and everyone gets a pith ass mediocre buff. It's going to happen. And there's no we could do about it but suck it up. Unless they change the buff. Are we back? Hello? Are we good? Okay, seems like we're back. Okay. I didn't. Okay, so. Okay. Senku, what I was saying before, a lot of people who have never played, like, anything other than a gacha have not played these games before. They probably never even played a Persona game. A Persona is piss easy. They've never done a secret boss in their life. I like some people just don't play games. They have lives or they just don't want to play them. I don't know, but they never played any game before. And even if you do have a decent roster, right? That goes to a different topic of like how well do they build their units? Do they know their units that they have? Can they play them sufficiently enough to clear the end game? Are their drive discs sufficient? It comes to a lot of other things that other CCs, like with Josh at EO, are saying that the player can do things to better their odds to beat the end game. But there are people who don't want to do that. They simply just don't want to do all that work. They want to beat the end game without any effort. Or some people just want to play it, have fun, and beat it. But like I said before, that goes against what a live service game is. Especially when it comes to end game. It's supposed to grow. And the enemies have to grow. That means HP and defenses and new enemies. And there will be always new characters when it comes to these games with Hoyo. There's a lot between the player and the game. There is. It like when it comes to pulling for an agent, we have to be honest. Hold on, where I'm going. Oh, we gotta be honest with ourselves. You can always just buy the character. It costs around $300 to guarantee an agent with max pity. The game is harder, but the player also has to put in work as well. Yes, Senku, but there are a lot of people who don't want to do that. Or they've already been conditioned to not do that. Since the beginning of the game, a lot of creators, cough, cough, poke, have been putting that, oh, Zenless is an easy game. You can button mash it. You can play with your eyes closed and still beat endgame content. When the game just started, everything is going to be easy. People don't even know how to do a defensive assists, alright? People don't know what an EX skill is. So they might have had that condition from all this time that, oh, the game is easy. I shouldn't have to put that much effort into it. When DA first came out, like, let's be honest here. This has been the very beginning of DA. If you did not bring her, or you had like a M2 Ellen or something, or like someone with Mindscapes, right? You was going to struggle against Bringer. That's just how it's always been. And there are still people who struggle against Bringer. So, what was with the show? I was talking about the show buffs. Next, the show buffs, they're here to help us. Like, of course, there's going to be a buff for the new agent because it's on banner. Like, I don't have a real world equivalent to this, but just like a supermarket, if there's like a new hot item in stock, of course they're going to try to promote it if they're trying to sell the item. If there's a deal, like, oh, you know, Christmas time, they have those TV sales, right? Or, oh, you can get like the PS5 for like a cheaper discount. Of course they're going to advertise that. Because in Zenless or even just Hoyo games or just games in general, they're trying to advertise you to buy something or to use something. So Fiery Assault, if you have an attack agent or two, aka Seed or Orphe, you're getting these buffs. But like I said, in the future, we're going to get 2 Rupture ones. That's going to suck. That's going to be a terrible, terrible DA for people who do not want to go into Rupture. But it's going to be here anyway. And we have to deal with it for that DA. Them being really powerful. Have you guys look at the Shiu buffs? Like this one, like 20% or 10% defense ignore of damage resistance. It would trigger Aftershock. Agents get 60% crit damage for 10 seconds. That's ridiculous. We even had way more broken Shiu buffs over the months. In DA, the most atrocious one was with either Vivian or Miyabi still, whereas like, yeah, if you have if you do a disorder or something, you get like 60 energy and you get like a bunch of anomaly mastery, and then you just do big ass disorder damage. Like we can't act like those buffs didn't exist for agents you used. Like, those buffs were ridiculous. And when Astra came out, yeah, there was a buff specifically for quick assist. Every support can use that, but Astra got a massive boost. Especially Evelyn with the chain attack one. That was a ridiculous buff. They've been doing this. So, but I have talked to other people, and they have talked about, but they're getting more egregious. Like, you can't interchange some of the buffs with them. Well, technically, you still can. Will be the most optimal? No. I have a friend who literally tries like most of the DA buffs just to have fun. Miyabi stare. Aragon, yes, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you about the buffs. But he literally tries it. Their buff shilling has been a thing for a while. And ever since DA, hell, ever since Shiu, the beginning of the game, just been show buffs. To play gacha any game, play is first. We do most of the time the characters after. That's true. But the thing is, I feel like a lot of people go into the mindset is when you get to the end game, I have to get these free polys, right? Especially free to play. I gotta get these free polys to pull for new characters. And then they make the end game either a massive big deal or they don't. Which, I don't know. I'm not speaking for all free to plays. I used to be free to play once. But that was when I was unemployed. But guess what? I got a job now. That means I can spend on this game if I want to. I don't have to spend if I don't want to. I can't believe that. Ark, I was free to play until Yanagi. Yeah, I used to be free to play, yeah. I have to spend, like, after Yanagi, I have to spend for my Miyabi and her W engine. Spend for Harmas's engine. Spend for Vivian. I got Trigger for free. People complain about learning the game. Order agents. Whoa, wait. Their agents are playing the wrong game. For person, I don't care about the end game. Their reward, while they do, they add up. It doesn't seem as significant events as she or that matter. Yeah, the thing is, the events give a lot. Free to play to the GOAT arrived, honestly. Yeah. Like, the events give a lot more polychrome than the end game. I like the story and the character. Yeah. Yeah. Like, Shiyu gives the most. And honestly, like, there are some Shiyus that are really bad for players. But, like, Shiyu is the first endgame mode. If you can't at least A rank floor 7, I don't think you're beating DA. I care about how fun DA is. DA used to be fun for me. I could live without the polys. Bro, the polys you get, that's 100, that's 200, that's 300. Like, the whole Civil War thing is so stupid with DA because we're talking about the free-to-plays. They can't get a 6-star. It's not even 2 pulls, brother. What are we doing? You don't get 2 pulls. Let's go to Shiyu. You get like 72, right? Wait, you get like 72. That's 49 pulls per year if you skip DA completely. And guess what, Archon? You can get those pulls back by simply just doing the event story and dailies. And Shiyu. You get more pulls out of Shiyu. DA, you don't even get 2 pulls. And we get people complain about scores. I'm like, brother, you don't need the stupid score. This score up here doesn't matter. It doesn't. Casuals need to complete the quests and missions in hard mode first. But the thing is, people don't want to do that. They want to play the endgame mode. Because there are some people, or some amount of people, that want to feel validated that, you know, I am good at this game. So I can do the endgame without needing to put effort in stuff. Now, there's a difference between not having time and not putting effort. If you're if you're a family guy, right? You got 2 kids, you got a car mortgage to pay, you got a job, a 9 to 5. That's different. You probably don't have time to be grinding in Zenless, right? You don't. That's different. We're not talking about them. What about the reward? Having their priorities all wrong. What's the point in pulling new characters if you have no fun where to use them? Exactly. You get more pulls from the daily reward from the month. You do. You get more pulls by just doing this, doing your dailies, doing an event on like your Saturday, right? Or just throughout the week a little bit every day, and that's it. Like, you get more polys that way. Stacked with polys. They are. But most people don't want to do them. They've been making it pretty easy to do them or just start cutting them. But Like the show buffs, they're gonna show characters. All right, like that's the entire point. That they're gonna give buffs that buff specific characters. What was another point? HP inflation is the show buffs. We talked about the polys a little bit. 2 dailies in the monthly card gives you a whole. It gives you a whole lot of work for polys. Yeah. Oh. You know, it's kind of what I'm doing on a stream right now. When it comes to, like, people talk about their voices being heard, right? I don't want to make this a video. I'm not going to. Because it's very controversial, but I think it's the truth that many people don't want to hear. If you're free to play, like you don't spend a dime on this game, I don't think the Hoyo devs necessarily care that much about what you say. Unless you're not playing the game for a certain amount of time and you like there's a bunch of people doing that and they're hurting their metrics, they'll probably care. But they care a bit. They care a bit. But let's be honest, Archon. If let's just take me, right? If I voiced my opinion over like 20,000 free to plays, they might listen to me more. And I'm not trying to brag because I spent money or I spent money on the game. No, I'm not bragging because of that. They might just listen because I'm giving them, I'm funding them, right? In their eyes, I'm just a number. I'm just a person who spends money on the game to allow them to keep working on the game. Commemorative coins is true in game. Spenders. Not as much as spenders, yeah. And like I get it. There are some people who are free to play. Free to plays are potential customers. They need to convert. Spenders are actual customers. Yeah, they're potential customers. But when we get stuff like people complain about the Vivian skin that she's going to be getting, I gotta pull 180 times to get this skin. I think it's bait. You shouldn't pull out, guys. You shouldn't pull out all for 2.3 and 2.4 because it's bait. If you don't want to get the Vivian skin, what's all saved for the next Void Hunter level character, right? Just to not work. Right? Because guess what? Maybe this Void level Hunter character needs Lucia. And they're not rerunning Lucia because they're just going to rerun Haru or some other character. Yeah, you could rerun Astra. Too bad you need Lucia for this new character if she is. Just buy the skin afterwards. I don't know if they'll do it instantly though. That's the thing. Because they might marinate a little bit. I gotta guarantee a character for a skin. It's not even that. Universe, have you ever went to a day one 2.3 irrelevant of Vivian exactly? The elitist in me is coming out. I mean, that's not really being elitist. Well, like, we all went to... I'm pretty sure we all went to grocery stores, right? Wait, do we count free-to-plays who don't spend money at all? Or we count... Okay. If you buy the monthly pass, you're not a free-to-play. You spent money on the game. That's just how I feel. Now... Is it as much as spending like $100? No. But you're not free to play if you spent money to get a battle pass to get more polys. Yeah. Or Archon said. That's just you being a light spender at that point. You're still giving money. Not as big as someone who like gets like $300 worth of polys. Oh, people complain about the skin on a dome. I mean, no, it's like, what I was trying to say is like you go to your grocery store, right? Around Thanksgiving or some holiday, like for me, it's like a giant eagle. And it's like, oh, if you spend like $100, we're going to give you this free turkey on the house because you spent $100. That's basically what's happening here. People got so it's free to play when they buy the monthly. Well, they're wrong because they're spending money to get polys. Free to play is not spending money at all. Completely free to play. Even if you are getting a monthly. Is a life spender a dolphin? No. A life spender is like, you spend like 15 probably. Anything less than 100 is probably a life spender. Life spender, yeah, that's a fish. or a guppy. Like, you're not spending that much. It's like buy 6 coffees, get 7 free. Yeah. Like, you don't need a 7th coffee. Like, if you're buying 1 coffee, let's say like Starbucks. Oh, you buy like 2 coffees? We're going to give you a 3rd one for free. You don't need 2 coffees. But you could just, get it if you want. Spends as many as my case, but it's not for M6. Yeah. I mean, even getting an M1, I'm not going to call you a dolphin. You're just a spender. A dolphin... Am I a whale? Because, like, I didn't spend that much for M2 Yanagi. For M5, I spent a bit. Ashra was kind of... Okay. She was kind of free, technically, for M3. Yuzu, I did have to spend. Yo, you're a whale. I'm not a whale. Why I need to buy coffee to get my free coffee? I know it's a bad analogy, but like say it's like the buy one get like buy 2 get 1 free. Big sardine and wharf. Bruh, why is the connection so ass down here? Are we back? Hello? Are we back? Okay, we're back. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Warframe is definitely the game I spent the one. Why? Yes, I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm sorry. All right. I'll figure out a way to get a better connection. Listen, the main internet is in my mother's room. I'm not even near my mother's room. People are complaining about the skin. They're going so hard when there's a cosmetic. HSR did the same thing for a weapon, which is arguably worse. The HSR is way worse because you only have that patch, right? And it's for a W engine on a collab character. You can't get that ever again if you didn't spend or pull that patch, which I didn't. I mean, that's probably my goat. But back to all, yeah, like with the Vivian skin. I don't know. People are just so like. I don't know if any other creator said it, but people are weird in the West about being free to play. Like, they pride themselves being free to play and, like, get pissy at people who spend money. Like, wait. Hasachi, yeah. Hasachi, I originally thought Hasachi was one of those people that, oh, you spent money in this game? You I'm not going to validate your run because you had mindscapes. But he wasn't. In fact, Hizachi has spent more money than me. Nah, people cried about HSR a lot too. The HSR, I don't know, bro. HSR fell. But being free to play, especially in the West, is like people pride themselves over it, and then shun people who spend money. A pride that they have obnoxiously high. It's that pride, but also they're not feeding the devs, right? Like, you do realize these live service games live off people buying stuff in their game. Even if it is a skin, or just polys, or just currency, they want people to spend so they can keep making the game. I'm not saying you free to play hurts that, because there are many times where you just can't spend, right? Or you have a life event. But the people who can are just like, nah, I don't really want to spend. And then they complain about stuff that happens in the game that don't really put effort into the game. I don't know. You reap what you sow. Because, like, it's right here. Where is it? You just buy this, like 3, 4 times. You get your character. 60 on Zenless in a modern AAA game. That would probably suck in my opinion. Senku, I mean, it depends on the game you're spending, right? Me, I don't really buy as much games. Just because haven't been interested in one in a while. But it depends on you. Everyone to each their own. I'd rather drop money to guarantee a character in this to have fun than to like buy a new AAA game that sucks ass. Which I could kind of agree to a certain extent. I buy a few games here and there, yeah. But I don't know, it just kind of just irks me that like the free to plays, not every free to play, but the bad ones, the pretentious ones, the entitled ones, want things in the game, right? But they don't give the devs money. Of course they're not going to listen to you. You're not giving them money to keep doing that. I like soloing the priest with M0. Mm-hmm. AAA games $70 now. Yeah, they're going higher. Yeah. But I'm not saying it's but I'm not saying it's all free to plays. I'm just saying it's the pretentious ones. 4A games. I have a job. I spend responsibly, as everyone should. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I never bash anyone if they have a life, right? Like, because this game is nothing. Like, honestly, I'm streaming it now just because this is a fun game. And so far, I like talking to y'all, right? To whoever's here today. Yesterday, it was a lot of people, but my stream keeps breaking today. But I like the game, and I just like talking to y'all. They want stuff from the devs that don't want to sweat for it. It's not about wanting to sweat Archon. It's like they want stuff that they're not ready for. Like when they're asking for like these changes, like, oh, can you decrease HP inflation? Okay, they decrease it, but how are they going to push the player base? Well, why not make more interactive enemy designs? Okay, so they make Defiler. No, we hate Defiler. I can't use my Miyabi against Defiler. I can't brute force with Anomaly. Okay, I guess we're just not going to do Defiler again. We'll make another simple boss. You know, like UCC. Like, he just has big ass annoying hitboxes, but he's piss easy. Or would y'all want more Typhons in the game that could just be beaten by literally fucking Lucy? Nah, we just want to get the polys. We want these that you can log in for 2 days and just get your polys that way. No, I want the satisfaction to be able to 9-star without having to put that much effort, and I could get the top 1%. You can do that as a free-to-play. You probably can, but you need a lot of luck and a lot of skill. I don't want to do that. I think the game should just give it to me for free. Because I'm giving money to the game by playing the game. Says the free-to-play player that's never spent a dime in this game since the beginning of the game. You have gave them no reason for them to listen to you. Everybody should be capable to yeet ZZZ when needed. No matter if you drop the $10,000. Right, I can quit right now if I want to. I mean, I'm not going to because I like playing this game. And so there's a reason for me to drop it. I know it's intended, but it was a misimplementation. I can see where people are coming from. But honestly, Archon, I'm a lot different from other people. Like, if there's something, like, it's like life, right? You can either deal with it or just leave it, right? If you're doing a job, if you have a shitty boss, you can leave the job or you just deal with it so you can get your money and go home, right? I deal with a lot of people every day when I work. Smelly people, rude people. And you know what? I just have to go through it because I don't got nothing else. I want there to be a 10 pool for a nice RDA so that UCC and Typhon are in every rotation. See, that's what that. See. You think. Oh. Are we back? Okay, we're back. Okay. That one homie who spent $1,000. That one that kept. I was listening to that at work. I'm like, there's no way this. I didn't finish the whole video though. Some people are crazy thinking DA will give 10 pools. No. Like, if they did, they will lose so much money. Like, they don't want to give that many. Like, them giving everyone able to, like, if you can, like, 6-star DA every time and get, like, your S ranks to Shiyu, you could get a new character every, like, patch. Well, I mean patch, I mean, like, the whole entirety of the patch. This is a Splatoon connection. I'm sorry, universe. I'm sorry. He has a level 10 Astro Sig. Oh, no. I just heard that his Sammy was really bad. But I don't know, man. Like, people ask for stuff and they're not ready to deal with the consequences. Like I said with the new DA, a lot of people are going to hit that wall. And the wall is going to be, you are just not good at the game. It has nothing to do with HP inflation. Because all these Shiyu bosses that we're fighting, even me, I'm probably not going to get stopped as hard. We need to make 9-star requirement. I went 9 stars, 3-star requirements, 40K. If you don't get 9 stars, you don't get any rewards. That's crazy, Archon. So Monkey's Paw. But like, they're not all free-to-plays. But they want more ways to get polys, right? They're asking, can I get more polys? And the devs are like, okay, we'll give you more polys. We'll give you a new endgame. This end game is horizontal investment. And we're adding Shiyu bosses, so if you don't know how to fight them, that's on you. Like, Shiyu's been the first thing since the beginning of the game. Poly count is more than fine. Yeah, that like free to plays want more poly, which means they're gonna cut more poly from story and stuff probably. You could buy the hamster cage of tooling calibrators. You see, Cat, that's what advanced players are looking at. But 80 is not that much. Free play Genshin used to give you like 50 per patch. Oh no. Yeah, Genshin is still kind of stingy with the free to play pools. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just, well, what do the free to plays want? Because you're asking for the dev stuff that they can try to accommodate, but remember they're a business. I used to be in the trenches. You have to nitpick. You have to nitpick mitten berries. Because honestly, like for me, all I want is drive this loadouts, a better training mode, right? And the phono mode. That's all I want. Those are the three biggest things I want. Well, account reviews get me tight because why waste all that money on characters? A, not to have any well built, or B, not to have any characters built. Wait, I dropped 3K. You had it on Gitchin. What what Archon? Man, nah, you have a whale in you. Universe. It's because they like it irks. It might irk you or other people because you don't have that money to spend on the game. But you gotta understand, there are people who spend thousands on games that they like to have fun because they have it. Now, it's not their fault they didn't build their agents right. People who usually have that money either probably don't have enough time or they're just not educated on the game. It's not their fault. And that's why they asked Kete, because, you know, he would be the one to help him. I mean, he gets paid to, but, like, still. There are people who just... The people are weird and different in many ways. Do casual interact hangout events with their agents? Wait, you mean me? We'll have more casual or experienced players with loadouts. I think... Wait. Oh, do casuals interact with their agent? Yeah. So, casuals, right? Okay. For one, when I talk about casuals, I'm not talking about, like... It's not in a derogatory way. These are people... I'll use myself for example. I used to play Affinity Nikki, right? I was a casual. I didn't spend any money on the game. I came into the game. I did the story a little bit, right? And all I did was dress myself in the most cutest clothes ever. I had a bunch of outfits. I didn't do any game. Filthy baseliner. I said Affinity Nikki, not Nikkei, you casual. Listen, I was, because like there was a lot. There's endgame and Affinity Nikki, okay? There's endgame, but I didn't care about that. I just wanted to look cute. All right, that's all I wanted to do. Now, using me as an example, someone who comes into Zenless, let's say they're most like they saw an ad commercial, right, or a commercial. They think Seed is the most like best agent there is. Yes, there is Endgame. Um, like they see Seed stuff and they're like, oh, she's really cute. I like her backstory. She has a robot. That's cool. They get into the game. They pull Seed, right? And they just go about learning the world. Like, oh, who's like what's this mode or whatever, right? They learn about Hollow Zero. They go through the events. They talk to the characters. They're just vibing with the game, right? They it has nothing to do with combat. Like they go to DMs, right? They read all this. They learn the lore of the characters. They enjoy the game for what the game is. They don't even care about the combat. They might be interested in the combat. Like for me, I wasn't that interested in Infinity Niki's combat. It was interesting. And when they did the dance off things, I was interested in them. But I was just there to walk around, collect flowers, and look cute. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do in that game. And some people in this game want to walk around as their favorite character, learn the story. Like they do the story patch, they play a couple events, and they log off. They don't touch endgame. Deadly Assault, bro. They probably went into this once, got 1 star, and said, "Nah, I'm good." It just never did again because of Summer Bell and Evelyn. I got hooked in the gameplay and story. See, like you got in the story because of Evelyn, right? You probably loved her story when you got to the Astra side quest. Endgame is for nerds like us. Yeah, they're for specific types of people, right? You could say that Oricon. But there are probably casuals who do like the endgame. But they're not super sweaty about it. They probably just do it just to test their account, right? That's what I did. Because I'll tell you, when I started this Shiyu, I had to... Hold on. Did I eventually redo it? Look at this. I used Lucy, Soldier 11, and Bed, bro. The second one. Look at this. Rena, Anton, Ambi. And, like, I have to give myself props. I actually knew. This is when I first got Julienne. I couldn't even do this until I got her. Look at it. Look at the time. 1:30. 1:40. Right? I think I kept using these two teams. Yeah, I just kept brute forcing it. Wait. Oh, this is why I got Yanagi. Bro, what was I cooking? Yanagi, Anton, and Rena? I was a casual. Look at this. And then I got M2. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do Rena Yanagi. Against an enemy that's not even electro resist. And this is way later when I got Miyabi. But that's not the point. Like, I was a casual, bro. You think I knew anything about the game, bro? It took me a while. Why is Corrin here? Like, see? Why is Corrin? Look at this team. Anvi, Rita, and Soldier 11. Like, bro, what? I kept using Anton. See, this was a fine team, but, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I barely was understanding the game. I was just... Hold on, his writing in this fire. Yeah, well, Billy. Yeah, but like casuals just play that they enjoy the world of the game and they enjoy the vibe the game gives them. We all have that game, right? It could be Pokemon, it could be like I guess Warframe or something. We all have a game we just want to chill and vibe. If someone's game is probably just zenless, they don't care about in game. Those are what casuals are to me. Amelia had Astra Soldier 11, so I got Evelyn. Yeah. Wait, I missed some. I went back and obliterated all my old scores. Yanagi was my first S rank. I joined ZZZ during the end of the banner. Nice. Was Core Koleda Sakaku. Exactly. You didn't know what you were doing, alright? Like, you had somewhat of a team. Actually, does that even work? Bro, that team doesn't even work. Zealous is not the end game. The vibe is the vibe. Yeah, like you don't like some people probably play gotcha games to get to the end game, right? But most people played it like started playing the game because they found it cool. So I got Ellen, so I ran Astra, Koleda, Sakaku. You did Astra, Koleda, Sakaku. Who was the DPS? Sakaku or Koleda? Okay, Universe. You also said disc loadouts would save more casual or experienced players with loadouts. I think Mew Mew true endgame facts, but I would say disc loadouts. I feel like they're not going to put it in yet because it pushes it. Like if there was a disc loadout, I think it pushes the game into a more combat focused game. Well, the game is combat focused. What I mean to say is it's like them nudging to the players that hey, even if you don't play endgame, you should probably play endgame. And like the devs I would say like people understand when what people call like predatory. Not everything is predatory, but when they call like the Vivius game predatory, it's not predatory. It's more so nudging, and it's a slight. It's not a slight warning. It's more like a slight like a hint, right? I wish I joined the Yanagi banner and rejoined the Astra. I think I would have been the best case scenario for me. I wouldn't have been in this who to pull situation. It's alright, universe. We all got of it. They need to add a non-combat end game. I'm gonna be honest. Archon TV mode. They're not adding a non-combat end game. This whole game has nothing but combat. It's some mini games and some pretty decent events. They're not adding that back. TV mode's never coming back, unfortunately. A lot of people hated it, and they're not getting it. I don't think I have her skin. Oops. Yeah, I did not. Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't like it. Bamboo care like the HSR. Listen, bro. We had Endgame, which is the Fall Guys Endgame, you know? Which I sucked at. I like the obstacle course. I hated the other one, though. Is it an action game? Yeah. This game is an action game. They wouldn't make another Endgame that is an action. Now, I'm surprised they didn't make it like a beat all the enemies as fast as you can mode. But that would be terrible as a mode in this. The fishing is the true ending game. True fishy end game. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I wish they make it. What a fishy end game. It would be kind of funny, but not really. Add farming too. Yeah, can also wait, with quality of life, can I just like do all this in one go? I'm tired of doing multiple runs. I can actually do a run right here. Oh, I forgot today's Friday. I don't work tomorrow. Nice. Bua has loadouts and every character that game uses 5 of the same pieces to barely have diversity except for literal supports. Yeah, that's what the I have some friends that play Wua and they said the exact same thing or similar to it. It's just that there's not a lot of diversity when it comes to builds. So only supports really use it. So Sakaku versus Fufu eating contest endgame. That would be a gluttonous battle. I don't like the 2.x build temple side game. I prefer a TU mode or a side quest. So we're not having a side quest in 2.x. Oh, you mean like new? I thought they were new side quests. Unless I'm mistaken. I forgot how to shake. Oh well. I don't know, man. Like, I could finally get the tooling calibrator. Oh, yeah, I say that for Lucia, right? But it's facts. All the non-combat is true endgame. Man, maybe your account is too cracked, cat. Maybe you're at that stage where it's like, man, these end games are boring. Because for one, HSR made a new mode where it's like super hard, right? I think that's the funnest I've ever played HSR, where the enemies hit really hard, and even with the investment I have, I can't like 3-star it. It's defeating, but yet a satisfying thing that I'm able to beat this extremely difficult mode. So I think Zealous could do that, but I think it's too early. So give it another year. I think they will. Like they finally make tower-like enemies in the endgame mode, because y'all tower is disgusting. It's boring, but disgusting. Your Nagi Johnny crit. Is Solrock literally what does Solrock do? Solrock has a purpose. Solrock is your gold discs that you use to dismantle. We need more characters as Zenless. Well, we are getting more characters, Archon. Aren't you not? You're not gonna like the new Void Hunter? Or Void Hunter-ish girl? We're gonna get her. We're gonna get Zhao too, the Chakram girl, and the lion dude. And we're gonna get Angels of Delusion one day. They're very aggressive when raising HP, but I don't know how bad it could get for HSR. For more deep gameplay modes. What do you mean? You have to elaborate on that. I heard it got better at 3.x. 3.x. Like, as someone who's been playing since 3.x, the power creep was all over the place. But I don't know. I don't know what race. We get 2 Apache. Musume? I don't play that game. Sorry. I don't know anything about that game. we get imagine if I master Jane and master Q at the same time. Also, one hit and you failed a mission. That's funny in game for tryhards. I don't think they will have a one hit KO. What they're going to do, they're just going to make Demon Eyes, which if you ever, you played the old tower. Demon Eyes, if you get hit, they recover a lot of health. That's how they can do it to make it extremely difficult. So you have to like no hit it, or not really no hit. You just don't. You just have to avoid taking damage. But I really want to fight Jane and Masby Hugo at the same time. However, that's very difficult for them to program. I feel they definitely could do it. I don't think they will. We need more metas and art types they give us. It's very hard when the end games feel like HSR. Hey Venom, what's up? I think on a new Void Hunter girl is probably a horse. Oh, you think she's a horse? But Archon, I know what you're talking about. You're saying like we should get more metas. I mean, you're a misogynist. I'm not a misogynist. But Archon, I think this game, well, it's funny because me and Venom was talking about this to Mo earlier. I don't think this game has metas. It has environments that agents do very well in. And it's kind of hard to explain if you haven't played like a card game. It's like if anyone played like, let's say Magic the Gathering, right? And the word meta is most effective tactics available. And with that means it's like whatever tactics that you have at your disposal, it's the most effective to deal with a situation. You like pain? I don't like pain, alright? If I liked pain, I would have done account reviews. There are metas, more like rotations. Exactly. So, like it's the most effective tactic available. So if let's say you have all the characters in the game, right? Like every single character. And like this DA, right? Let me go back. We got Priest, Unknown Crush Accomplice, and Fiend, right? You look at this lineup. I know what you mean. I'm just using the terms meta because everyone gets it. Yeah, but they're not understanding what, like they're saying meta, but they're not understanding what it really means. Shots fired. Don't worry, Cat. No, don't worry. I know them. I need Sarah to be playable. I don't want her playable, bro. I don't want Sarah playable. Astra, Yuzu, Nicole. You meet all of them on the same team? Right. That's the real meta. Just 3 support meta. But this lineup, we have Fiend, who's weak to anomalies. Unknown Crusher Complex, which is neutral to everyone. It's neutral. And Priest, which is resistant against ice. But is really good for defense agents and ether agents and everyone else, right? They're anti-anomaly. Oh yeah, and like anomaly is slightly weaker. As YC in that lineup. Yeah. But I wouldn't call Priest just purely rupture though. You can still use other agents. Just it slightly hurts anomaly, right? Anomaly works really well for Fiend, but you can use attack, but the matchup is not going to be as strong. Unknown Crusher Complex, everyone can. Well, I mean all the types can deal with this. Priest is in the favor of Rupture, but you still can't brute force it with anomaly and attack. Priestess loses if you have 2 defensive assists. Exactly. What people are talking about metas, we're not talking about the enemy specifically. Because let's take this for example. Like this team. This team is a good team, right? You got Julian, Astra, and Seed. But against Priest, you only have Seed to defensive assist. So this is a bad matchup. Do Priest for me? I am not doing your Priest. Well, who? Miyabi? Nah. You can do it yourself. But this team is a bad matchup against it. Like what Archon said, when people are talking about metas, they're talking about like the whole archetype, right? When we had a DA with, what was it? Mage, Butcher, Fiend, and Priest, everyone was still saying it was anomaly meta. But 2 of the bosses were just highly favored for anomaly, for that rotation. And when when Defiler came out, everyone was saying it's attack meta. But that's not necessarily the case. I wounded what Sarah. Oh, but Sarah boss will be like, yo, she gonna be 90%. She's gonna be 100% immune to ice, bro. Like just to spite Miyabi. Now with Jiwon, Chingy, Nicole, right? And that's just based on the ages you have, just for example. But like most people that use meta don't actually know what the word means. It's just a rotation. See your brother to that hair. I know, right? We lost one. We lost a homie. You heal Sarah. Use ice. You just start healing the enemy. That would be so funny. I don't think they'll do that though, but I would love to see that. But like this rotation is fairly even. Meta tier lists right now are just current DA effectiveness tier lists. It gives the wrong impression for most players. For example, most players say Miyabi Sosa now due to not 3-3 dominant matchups. Yes, Rosu, yes. Like, Miyabi is still strong. But you might have been here when I was talking about why they've been slowly trying to phase out the mono ice comp specifically. But just because they've been doing that, people are acting like Miyabi's not strong. She still has strong matchups. She was just the only character in the game not to have a check. Before Priest, no enemy checked her. Even already ice resistant enemies did not stop Miyabi. A polar bear Thyron? We'll probably get a polar bear Thyron one day. But tier lists are actually skewed. Like Io said, Miyabi, is he even Miyabi tier? He's saying Miyabi is still Miyabi, right? Like all the broken shit she has, she still has it. The thing is, the game and the devs know how strong she is now. And they're trying to play around it because they can't sell other characters if everybody has Miyabi. Are the same tier because they made this farming funds. Yes, they're tier 0 farming, yes. Tier 0 farming, yeah. It basically breaks every rule of the game. It does. I think it breaks the most important rule. Not the most important rule. One of the most universal mechanics, which is the stun phase. Because would you like to turn your 10-second stun window into a 17 or 20-second stun window? Because you used a 4-star and Miyabi and you got Yuzu or Lycon? Like Lighter's M6K even do that. Nah, I can do this all day with Miyabi. Miyabi, so Miyabi. Mono Ice or not, her numbers are still cracked. Yeah, her numbers are still cracked. Yeah. They're not changing Archon. If Lighter gets touched, like in a buff, this game is dead. The power creep has gone through the roof. We have hit that point. We've hit the HSR point. Look, they can buff. Look, they can buff Evelyn. I don't care. If they buff Lighter is so good as a stunner for ice and fire DPSs. If they feel like they need to buff him, this game is over. Releases chains. The bare minimum Miyabi is neutral damage to be able to fight enemy at force of 20k. Almost no other character could do that, even outside my eyes. Yes. Release my boy Lighter Love Fly. No. If he didn't have the restriction, it would just make him more stronger. And that's a bad sign for the game. I think he's strong enough already for what he does. And the thing is, like, Yahari Lucy, what's the disrobility? Attacker setting faction? No. You can't have two stat sticks. Archon, we're not doing this. Well, I'm not trying to promote hypercarry, all right? Hypercarry is what's going to lead people to that new game mode, and they're going to lose. Because guess what? You're not going to have enough damage to clear the final boss, right? Okay, let's say you use Nicole Astra on one side, right? What about your other supports, right? Do you got Yuzu? Okay, I can use Yuzu for Anomaly. Oh, this rotation is anti-Anomaly. My Yuzu, you see, she doesn't have her Synerger engine. She's not M1. I'm using rank 4 Kaboom the cannon. I can't clear, guys. My Yuzu isn't good enough. Buffy Lighter, he has he was Powercraft. Although he is niche, so specific releasing character, I'm not saying niche, but Lighter means they ran out of ideas. No, I think Lighter is fine. Like, he's not a mistake. I think he's fine. He's niche, but very strong. We need characters like that. But I don't think buffing means they ran out of ideas. Just change builds. Venom, you say that to two players who don't want to change builds. I promote Hypercarry Yanagi. Need more mains for the best DPS. I only promote Hypercarry Yanagi because she's so cheap to build. Like, a good Yanagi with Seth Reno or Rena Nicole or Rena Trigger Yanagi with some other DPS. Even with Seth, like, she's really cheap. Does star rank even matter for Kaboom? Does it? Probably for the energy regen. But that's not the point. Like, I think it's just that, like, oh, that's a fire ice stunner. It means they have no other choice of what niches to create. Well, okay, I do agree with that. But also, they could buff him because they don't want to power creep him. I don't know. It's weird, right? Because I'm used to HSR having like a character that does almost the same art type thing, but just better. But what I'm saying is that Lighter, he's a stunner, right? He's a stunner, not a support. Even though he has support capabilities, he's still a stunner. If they feel the need to buff him, Because he's like the best stunners in the game, in my opinion, is Lighter and Chingy. Nagi is not easy to build. You mean like stats? Stat wise, it's just AP and attack in AMO6. We need a physical ether stunner. We're going to get a Lighter for that, right? Make a Lighter skin and he will sell. That's true. Give Lighter a skin. More niche is better because they're less likely to be power crept. That is true. But we get a case where they're too niche and people just don't pull Seed, right? Seed is so niche that a lot of players just didn't pick her up. And she's a good attack agent, minus the buffs. Oh, you said my Nagi. Oh, okay. Like, she's so niche, it's going to be hard to power creep Seed with, like, another Seed, right? Give us S-Ring Billy and the game goes mainstream. It might be. It might. If we get S-Ring Billy. And if we get Orphe, which many teams can't really use, we got, like, 2 cores, right? We got Orphe Trigger and Orphe Lighter. But those are for specific agents. And we already know most of the player base doesn't want to experiment. Most people didn't like her design. Most people don't know what she does. True. Let's get to your principle. Your Nagi exists. It's okay to have 2 electric DPSs, alright? See us on these. She is mislabeled. She is a support. Okay, you can say that. But she still does she does a lot of damage, right? Here's what I think. Seed is like a Lucy. She gives Lucy buffs, right? Or a Lucy-like buffs. But she just does a shit ton of damage. Orphe is like Vivian, right? But also she gives her buffs like Lucy. Or similar buffs like Lucy. But does damage. Like, they're just mini Lucys. When it comes to buffs, sort of. I went for Seed because I like her. I did too. I went for it because I liked her. I got free horrors while I have 2 electric agents. I have 3. I have like almost every electric agent but Sammy. Why? Get Sammy? No. I'm not getting Sammy today. Make her how she's supposed to be. Just allow the mark to stay on the field when she switched. That's all I ask. Why do I have to sit on Sammy? But we was talking about Lighter, but I think we got it. Should I get Orphe? No. Just get Lucia. Don't get pressured by other people. I only have Nagi because she's the best girl. Lighter Orphe as a combo is tempting. No. No. Just get Lucia. See, you play as a main DPS of Burst Quiswap, but from my experience, her Quiswap playstyle is much more effective. It is. Like, main DPS Seed kinda only works with Haru and Juyen. But if you're a good Juyen player, you could play her on field with Seed. But her being a main DPS only really works for Haru and Orphe. Because they kind of want to chill in the back. Sorry, I was using my controller. I've been to... No gambling, no. Do not gamble. Just get Lucia, okay? It's way better. Crit Nagi or crit Seth for main DPS? What? You only do crit Nagi if you have M1 Astra. Crit Seth already can work by himself at M6. Because you don't need that much crit rate if you put like a bunch of crit damage on him. You should build some crit rate on him though, because he can still do some damage. I mean, we won't get Zhao because she uses a switch axe from Mouse Hunter. My brain can't let that go. I don't know what Zhao... I think Zhao's is going to be a stunner. But I think HoYo's going to be lazy and just make her a lighter. Well, I mean, make her a lighter. She's going to buff, like, ether and physical. Or ether and lightning. Or something. I know one of them is going to be ether. Because I think Jafufu, although she is great for Yi Chuan, I think she's better for Yidhari and other Rupture agents. I wish Seed had a 4 quick swap to make her support function really busted. Zhao's going to be an ice stunner. I don't think they'll make her... If they make her an ice stunner for Yidhari, sure. But I don't think they'll make her an ice stunner, though. We haven't had an ice stunner yet, but who knows? I want Hugo so bad because Hugo Scythe is my second favorite. Scythes are the coolest weapons in fiction. You know, I like Hugo too. Like, I've seen someone play on-field Hugo. I'm like, wow, his animation is so cool. He looks so fun. Why did they make him just use EX and to leave? Will be an Ice Sunner with Defense Shred? See, and then we're going to that support category, which I don't like. Jafufu's more of a general stunner than Zhao. If you want a general stunner, just get Chingy or Trigger. Like, I don't know what Chingy's dough engine does. Oops. But Trigger with her dough engine is probably just going to be better. If she does Defense Shred in her base kit, maybe. Yeah. To make Lycon more pointless, Lycon is always going to be there, if you want him or not. Hugo has or I just like the Bully Doug on Discord. Oh, that's the Oregon. Yeah, he's cool. I just wish I made him off field. But Jafu, I don't think Jafufu was more of a general star. I think she's like, they wanted to give Trigger that gives buffs and extra decibels. Yeah, I mean, she could probably chain attacks off field, which, funny enough, I didn't know that. That's why people use Swing Jazz Jafufu. I can see it in the store. Yeah. I'm not going to go there, though, but I think it helps her, but I don't think it's needed, because Chingy is just, she's a good stunner. You just got to play her. Which is why I got her on a rerun, and then got Trigger. And now I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to play any more stunners. Unless it's like, they actually make Electric lighter. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Sorry, Trigger. I'm just going to put that Electric stunner with Yadagi instead. The ice tag. I wish I could play her on field. On field, Vivian is... She has a lot of iframes for some reason. The ice tag is rather than attack. So it's hard to push him on a meta unless you... Oh, yeah, true. She's a general sort of, yeah. And when R1 trigger is so broken. See, you let Mo convince you to get that. You gotta pay for his sins, Archon. You know damn well you did not need no M1 trigger. That's being really greedy and stupid. Electric lighter, hyper carry Yanagi would go crazy. That's what I'm saying. They made electric lighter. I'm like, I'm sorry. I gotta skip every character for this electric lighter. Even though I'm the one person who don't need it, but I want it. All right. And if she is though, she makes the Miyabi Nagi team go crazy. You're playing Trigger Miyabi Nagi? Man, Archon, you made me sad. Why you using Nagi like that? Why you gotta do that, sir? I got Orphe and Magus. Welcome. Oh, welcome, Arranged. It seems like you're new to the stream. Yeah, you're playing a terrible team, Archon. Don't worry, guys. I'm just messing with him. M16 Grace? Who, me? It didn't make anything that buzzed Nagi. I'm getting it. Why do you think I got triggered? Now I didn't get her sig, but I kind of don't need it. But yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same way. Like, I didn't want to get Vivian. I got Vivian for Nagi. Ether Physical needs more love in the DPS department, says Fire. Ice already cracked. Technically, Ice is kind of falling off. I'm not gonna lie. Other than Miyavi, it's just Hugo and Ellen. You said Fire? No. You said Ether Physical. Ether still has Yishwen, but we only have Juliet, so it makes sense, yeah. We might get another agent. M6 Grace is kind of hilarious. She does really good damage. And I hope she does. She should for M6. Grace has some interesting mindscapes. We playing the same ZZZ. Listen, just because Yishwen is at the top doesn't mean the others aren't as, like, they're not to her caliber. Jian is not to her caliber. And if Vivian's the Ether anomaly, hold on. Yeah, this all the ether we have. Is our beyond broken wise rare? I mean, that is true. Lore wise, it makes sense. There's a reason why ether is a very rare element. And then we go to like electric, and there's like a bunch of electric agents. I forgot who existed. Vivian. Vivian's a sub DPS. Yeah. We only have like. Oh, no, don't unstart Chingy. It's only literally these two that are like main DPSs. Yeah, it's only these two. We'll probably get in our Ether DPS. I feel like it's going to be an Angel Delusion. No, Jude, what do you mean? Oh, you forgot Julian. Julian is not mid, alright? Like, she's still like, for like a limited DPS, she's still doing pretty alright. A Chain Blades user in ZZZ? Not sure. It'll be interesting to see it, though. Y'all just want to hear me yap, huh? Because if I was playing the actual game, there was no one here. I'm yapping now. And there's people here. But physical, we got Alice, Corin, Nekomata, and Jane. Like, physical needs love, too. Even though we just got Alice, that doesn't mean we still need more, right? Most of the physicals are 4 stars in Nekomata. Zeus, your son has returned. Yeah. I feel like later in Zenless we'll probably get a Kratos character. I just want... I just want A DMC Royal Guard character, please. So people could leak here. Yeah. It's not breaking, but I'm probably going to have to. We need a physical attacker. Trust the next that one girl from the trailer 2.3. Trust she's a physical attacker. I pray she's a physical attacker. Please, we need an attack agent that's physical. That's super good. Yeah, we don't have a limited physical attacker. I don't. I hope that Zhao is not that. I don't. I hope the other guy, the lion guy, isn't that. I just want it to be that girl. Under self damage proc disorders. Yeah, Alice. Like, it's crazy. Hoyo created her. Like, I think her over 6. She's like a tier 0 character. Oh, she's not fire, ice, or ether. They probably won't do that. That's why they made their fire and ice DPS already. Low-key my biggest crutch in the game. Poker? I've seen people use poker really well. I've seen a lot of runs. Like A-Rank only clears. Poker puts in work. I don't know, man. Congrats to them. Will probably be a physical attack. I hope she is. Because when she is, unless she's like, unless she's like Finod from HSR, that's like, yeah, I'm going to kick everyone from the party so I could do this one big Giga move, or she's in a state. If she doesn't do that, I want C to be her best of slot. I just wanted to make the fact that Seed, all those people who skipped Seed, I'm gonna be like, man, I really wish I had Seed. Well, I said she was terrible. Dual DPS won't work. I'm just gonna hyper carry her when you could just do better damage with Seed. No, I can't use Astra Nicole. No, you can't use Astra Nicole because the boss requires you to do something specific to do damage. What do you mean a Void Hunter level character can't do the mechanic by herself? I'm sorry, the devs said in a dev talk, we want y'all to interact with the game. It's not a 1 DPS show. We want the team to feel like a team. How is it a team? Hold on. Preset. Okay. Wait. Oh. I can't. No. I gotta go to VR. Okay. Look at this team. How do y'all say this is a team? What is the function of this team? How does this work? You're just giga buffing Yanagi. There's no strategy in this team but just do polarity disorders. I want seed skippers to suffer. Same. Because I wanted to get ready for 2.3. I don't have Sammy, nor do I care about anything beyond Magus or Orphe. Then you're fine, Senku. I'm talking about people who skipped and are calling her trash. I'm talking about those people. I get the best. Universe, that's different for you. You pulled for waifu first. That's fine. I'm specifically talking about people who skipped and call C trash. I'm talking about them. But like, not even Yuzu, right? Just put. Where is she? Just put Nicole. Omega Alpha. The hospital bed comp. Make Ambi eating Proud Burger right now. Like, this team, Doesn't make... You're just giga buffing Yanagi. And look, you see this? Y'all see this, right? It's green. That means... Hold on. I want to see character details. That means her additional ability is not active. You know what that does, guys? When you switch it to her stance, you get a huge electric anomaly buildup by 45% for 8 seconds. The one thing no one talks about Seed is that she has really high days multipliers. She does. Hold on. No, stop. Okay, wait. Is there EX? Huh. She kind of does. She also has some pretty decent anomaly buildup, but that's not the point. Give up Yanagi just to buff. Not to actually buff Yanagi, by the way. Yeah. Like, wait. Go back to additional ability. Like, yeah, were you trying to do the, check her EX? Mine's isn't at 12, though. 800? 800? Hold on. That's only level 6. Wait. What the heck? This is... What? Yeah, she has pretty... For attack age, she has pretty high days multipliers. Okay, but wait. Okay, I thought the stream cut out for a sec. But this team, like, you don't even get the electric build-up, so you're working extra harder to build up. But guys, I can do damage. Right? I EX with Nicole and Astra's Giga Buff Yanagi. Really high days. I know. I gotta level up the parry and the EX stud. She almost like Seth level days. Would have been a stunner in another life. Nah, Senior would have been a defense agent. Her base impact is higher than average. Let me go back to Seed. 93? She has 90. Sammy has 93. Ella has 93. 95? That's interesting. You know what? I don't even know what I was really talking about. I was talking about just don't hypercarry stuff. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that team is ass. Like, this team specifically is ass. It's good for me because I have mindscapes. Most people don't do that. Crisis Caesar being forgotten, I know. Like, where is it? I don't even use these teams anymore. There's also another team. This team, like, Nicole's additional ability doesn't matter. Hypercarry stuff is fun though. It's fun if you're not being serious. Like, it's okay to hypercarry stuff. Like, I could do this team and just have fun, right? I just want to see big numbers on the screen. It shouldn't be a viable strategy. With hypercarry comes great team building. It depends how you build the character though, because hold on. Hold on. So this will work, right? The function is just, have you tried trigger Nicole chair? 65 defense shred. I don't have triggers W engine. I haven't tried trigger Nicole. But trigger Nicole, like, if I tried this team, I don't think I'll have an issue with it. It's still hyper carry, but Trigger actually has a purpose in the team. And Nicole, because all Nicole's buffs work for both of them. And Trigger's a stunner, which helps all three of them. And she can also help actual voice. Like, Nicole helps Trigger if she has actual voice, if she could just run Moonlight Lullaby. And Yanagi is fine because she benefits from the defense shred during stun. This team makes sense. Billy, Trigger, Nicole, the zoner team. True. Yeah, to hypercarry, you must know what they want. Like, you can't just slap Astra Nicole into everything. Even though you can, but Trigger Arena is hypercarry. But my Trigger Arena specifically around Yanagi. That Trigger Sig, and I put Astral for Yanagi. Yeah. Yeah, like these two together, like you can remove Yanagi, right? These two together make sense if you have Trigger Sig, right? Especially how you build them. And they can cover each other's weaknesses, right? If you don't, like, you can make Trigger even do more DPS when you use Nicole's EX when timing, like, her harmonizing shots. And Nicole also allows Trigger, if she has Astral Voice, to keep stacking it on the main DPS. But my big damage wheelchair, you can hyper carry with a purpose. Just don't hyper carry like you just don't hyper carry without a purpose like this team. I didn't think it'll work, but like, what does this team? What's the function of it? You're just hyper carrying Alice. Like, yeah, Astra is a stat stick, but why do you need to rotate between Nicole and Alice? You really don't. If you're going to use Nicole as like a defense parry, DPS Nicole, okay. DPS Nicole is fine, but in the context of this, like, you would just probably make a pseudo anomaly Nicole, wouldn't you? And even so, like, you have to be Ether Weak to do that. My hyper carry is Nicole. Your hyper carry is Nicole. Alice Trigger Yuzu. Wait. Where's Trigger? And Yuzu. My only issue with this team is that Trigger's additional ability doesn't activate, but if you have her Sig, it doesn't matter. I think this team, like a lot of people say, this is her best hypercarry team, which makes sense. But the main core is just Yuzu and Alice are so broken together. You can put whatever you want here, and it'll still work because Yuzu fills in the holes that Alice can't do at M0. And Alice is like Yanagi by herself. She's Yanagi, but with a restriction. The restriction is her enhanced basic, but that does a lot of damage. Yanagi is restricted by her energy. She can do it whenever she wants, as long as she has energy. But Alice needs to build it up. And if she's on field, she can build it up normally for free on field. But Trigger can help stun to do more damage. All you're doing is just adding a stunner to this comp. Granted, you could do the astral voice thing with Trigger, but it's not a bad team. I personally just don't like it. Only one support can carry each team. Is that there's only one support for each team. You can only... I want to call... Yeah, I will call this a hypercarry team, but... For real, my Yanagi love energy. There's only one Astra and Yuzu. Yeah, there's only one Astra and Yuzu, but any team that has a support, I'm not just going to call it hypercarry, right? Because you could technically do this. Is it hypercarry? Because Yuzu's there. No, this is dual DPS. I guess it's just how you're, like, I don't... The old comp of, like... Yeah, like, say like this comp, right? It's just one DPS doing all the damage. It is sort of hypercarry. Alice using Nicole is a better hypercarry team than Trigger. A lot of people think Trigger is better just because of her sig. Or I guess how fast she stuns. I don't know. I don't have a problem with hypercarry teams. I just want the team to make sense. And most of those teams that don't make sense have Astra plus Nicole. And they call it, oh, it's a hypercarry team because and it works because no, it's that Nicole is an overtuned. Hold on. Nicole is drastically overtuned. And they made a mistake with Nicole. They would have to make a S-rank Nicole to power creep A-rank Nicole. That's how strong she is. And it works because you have Astra that gives you a bunch of damage percent in Nicole. Hypercarry is base teams unless your name is Anomaly. Oh, in the old days of Zenless, like before, I want to say some people started experimenting with dual DPS since like Miyabi. Yeah, it was Miyabi. Some people tried Haramasa with Miyabi. Haramasa. Okay, we don't talk about Haramasa enough. Where's Nicole? We don't talk about Haramasa enough. This guy right here is what innovated attack, and everyone hated it because they couldn't simply understand why would you use them in anomaly teams or use them at all when you could just use Yanagi. Like, he is the first attack agent. He wants anomaly or a stun agent, right? I'm not going to grill people who play Haramasa as a hypercarry because he's very good as a hypercarry, but he's also very cumbersome as a hypercarry. Unless your name is Seed or Orphe or Sambi, basically everyone's best, most consistent team is hypercarry. Evelyn Light Astra's hypercarry. Yeah. But yeah. Before Orphe and Seed, but we have them now. You could branch out. Will it be the most effective? Probably not. Can it work? And can it be a decent option? Yes. We've seen people try Evelyn and Orphe. Oh wait, I'll go to agents. We see people try Evelyn and Orphe. Even Evelyn Seed. I played Evelyn Seed on my friend's account. It's so fun. Because, and it comes back to the Seed thing, right? Seed takes pressure off of those attack agents. Because the reason why, I've said this in the Seed video. The reason why attack can never be with Anomaly or of their caliber is because they're two DPSs in one team. Granted, Miyabi, Yanagi, and like Jane can be played as hypercarry, but they're best with another DPS, except Miyabi with Mono Ice. But other than that, she's better with Disorder comps. Her whole kit wants her to proc Disorders. That's how you get her fallen Frost Axe. Is dual DPS, which is cool. Haru's best team. A lot of people play him as a main DPS. Because I'll be honest, as a community, even the JP players weren't doing this. We weren't ready for the discussion of attack agents doing a dual DPS yet. We just weren't ready. The kit was right here. Anomaly. Whenever you trigger it, an anomaly. Off field, he gains quivers. That's in his core. That's in his kit. That's how he gets his dash attacks. For free, by the way. He just chills off field. He could come in, do his dash attacks, and get off. Miyabi takes pressure out of Sakaku. Sakaku's a support. Regress Haru is Haru's best team, but it's the hardest team to play in the game. It's hard to play because it's not a conventional team to play. Because the team has no stunner. What you're doing with Haru in that team, you're basically just generating near infinite quivers for him. Or at least generating quivers and resources for him to do his dash attacks without a stunner. I can only play Astra Haru trigger. And that's fine. I'm not going to harp you on that. Playing Haru is already a commendable feat because people haven't even played him. But, like, we've had this since Haru dropped. And then when we get Seed and Orphe, people still don't want to admit that the game is moving away towards hypercarry. You could still play it, but remember Defiler? Miyabi, trigger Miyabi. Haru, trigger Miyabi. Archon, don't play Haru with Miyabi. R2 Mono Shock team. Yeah. He's a very good player with Haru. It with Rina and Grace. I tried playing Grace, I couldn't. I probably need Astra. Haru Yanagi is... If there's one thing Grace has over Yanagi, is that she is way better as a partner than Yanagi for Haru. Yanagi is not the partner for Haru. They're in the same section. They both electric, but they do not work that well together. And the simple reason is because Yanagi does not have energy. And she's a bit slow building up electric. Grace procs that shit fast. And she gets out. And she moves a lot more than Yanagi. Like, Grace is a better partner, but she just doesn't do any damage. But we're getting characters like Seed and Orphe. I get people want to play like their favorite hypercarry team in endgame, right? You can do that. There's a way. It's a simple way. It's a very simple way how to do that. It's called buying Mindscapes. You want a hypercarry? Buy M2 Astra. Buy M2 Yuzu. Buy M2 of your favorite DPS. Why do you think I have M5 of Nagi? One is a slacker, one is a workaholic. The workaholic is Julian. Yanagi is just a very attentive worker. Hara Nagi, Hara Miyabi, Miyabi Nagi, Miyabi Sakaku, Miyabi Nagi, and Sakaku like holy. Yanagi and Sakaku do not work together. Like, they can't work together only if Miyabi or Haru's in the team. But, like, wait. Or Fact, okay. Yes, I never maxed out Sakaku because I didn't use her that much. Are they most diverse? Most people just do Yanagi and Miyabi. They're diverse in concept, but they're not very that easy to play in practice. How Nagi Miyabi in Section 6 event was wacky. Yeah, there's no support. That's why. Cable work with Yanagi. I hate that so much. Like, please allow them to work together. I need an ice DPS or no. I need an electric agent or an anomaly to work with Yanagi in that team. It just doesn't work. I mean, I could put Haru, but it's pretty bad. Was supposed to be double rupture unit. Only the berry. He got his passive change. Monato, okay. It's a good and a bad thing. Him with the rupture thing, they want him to be a sub DPS, but they realized that a lot of people like Monato, so they changed his additional ability to be attack and stun. Not even Trigger can save them. No, that's just a weird Yanagi hyper carry. It wouldn't save him. Not even she could save that team. So they just decided to make him like his own sufficient DPS for Monato. However, that does not mean he cannot work with other rupture agents. However, they had to do his multipliers and stuff differently in his kit to allow that. At the moment, it seems like they are not allowing that. So we'll have to see with Monato. That's why I didn't talk about him in my video. It is 9 o'clock. I need to get off. I've been yapping. Y'all just like hearing me yap, don't you? Y'all don't want to see me play the game. You just want to hear me yap. We need an ice anomaly that could glue. Yeah. Yeah, it's called Miyabi. This is Miyabi. But she only supports Miyabi. Don't worry. I trust that we will get a Lightning Sakaku. A S-rank Lightning Sakaku that's a support. And if she finally gets off Miyabi, she benefits her sister. Alright. and she's gonna work so well with Rena. I see you play the game, but Zenless doesn't. Since it crashes all the time. Yeah, yeah. I'll try to fix it though. A polar bear thyron equals ice anomaly. We could definitely get that. Just not soon though. I think I've done top all my points. I know I have more to talk about from work, but I just can't right now. I can't think of anything. Yeah, I don't know. Give me a lighter rerun. That's it. Just give me a lighter rerun. I want to get lighter. I don't know for what team. I just want lighter. But yeah, here's a big stun support defense. Ice physical lightning. Bear team rise up. The Agents of Delusion. They're going to be meta defining. Unless you're like dead set on skipping all three of them, one or all of them are going to be broken. That's just how I feel. I don't want it to be, but they're definitely going to. Unless they go into a new mechanic, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's just going to be three generalists. Like, they're just going to be really good. If only your Bernice was a Vivian, it's all right. Will's talking about Vivian, right? You still have to look at your Lucia stuff. I mean, like the gameplay with Lucia each win, and then determine it yourself. Will probably outsell Miyabi. Okay, I don't think it'll outsell Miyabi. It might for the Eastern players, but the Western players, I highly doubt that. I'm not delusional enough to get them. But Universe, what if they make the lightning lightning lighter? If one of those lightning lighter, then we have no choice but to get her. That's the only thing that will probably like force me if they gave a lightning lighter. I'm like, well, I got no choice. A polar bear defense agent. I'm a crash out. All the bears are defense agents. What would the idols even what would they even do? Like as a new mechanic? Not sure. I left one of the boats Yanagi. Oh, shut up and pool. I don't know what the idols will even do. Like, I'm assuming they're coming after that that Void Hunter lady. They would have to be niches. But they would have to be strong enough niches people will actually buy. Well, not buy pull. Or is it Jenny the Robo for Nickelodeon? What Robo chick? Oh, from the Angels Illusions, her. Yeah, you know, from the early leaks, they were saying she was Ether Anomaly, and I'm like, oh hell nah, no, I'm not pulling her. No, I don't care how good she is, I'm not pulling her. But that turned out to be Vivian. I'm like, oh, okay, thank God. Even potentially for the rerun characters. I feel like they'll. I feel like either the Angels of Delusion will probably just be like another anomaly faction. Like, I know we've already had that with Yuzu and Alice, but I feel like they could do it again. Because anomaly is their most popular art type. If not, it'll probably like attack anomaly and support. Some way they're gonna have that one girl work with Astra, so she might be attack. The leader is probably anomaly or support, and the robot is probably like stun or something. But has it been what 4 hours altogether? I think they will support all units, but together they have overall high team damage. I can see that. Or they have like a unique ultimate that does like a bunch of damage. Yuzu might rerun with Angels of Delusions. I might have to skip. Nah, they probably would do that though. Was it possible to scale on defensive HP? They could have, but what would they do with defense? They clearly have. They're clearly working out kinks for defense. They just need to know what they want to do with them. Because they're just afraid of breaking the game with defense. Because if they make a defense agent, like, you know how Seth has high interrupt? If they made a defense agent that does that all the time, that can break the game. Will prevent death. Survivability isn't an issue in Zenless, though. That's the issue. But they just haven't. They just don't know how they want to go the direction about it. They could make new endgame, that can hit harder and ask people to build defense agents. But the thing is, the defense agents we have now, they're not strong enough for whatever new content. So it will feel like you have to pull for that one agent. Yeah, we got agents that heal, and that might be enough, but they would have to, like, rework the entire class to give them a buff, right? Or something, like, I don't know. They'll have to do something. And when they make this new unit or whatever, or this new agent, they have to buff Caesar and buff Seth and Ben. And Pan probably won't get a buff because he's basically like a support. Be strong because defense is literally all the time permanently. Yeah. We just haven't had that yet. But guys, I really appreciate you guys coming out tonight or this evening. Even though I crash streamed like 3 times. I have to sign off for now. I do have some other obligations to do. And I really enjoyed it. Still pretty, I'll say this is still a pretty consistent stream. Some new faces came. Some people came back. My next stream, it's not tomorrow for sure. Not until I get my internet working. They do the same thing with Gitches. Palato defense scaling to do damage. Def ain't def, yeah. Make a defense scale will break the game. Not necessarily. I don't think having a defense scaling attack or like agent is going to ruin the game. Discord time. Venom, I gotta eat dinner first. I got stuff to do. I might be a Discord later. This is fun stream with the Yapology. Yeah. Sorry, I mean, I did the DA though. I did play DA, but I ended up yapping way more, so. I will try to not yap next time. I'll probably try to do other stuff next time. But I really appreciate you guys being here. And Yeah, it's gonna be all for me. I'll probably make a community post, or you guys probably just see the stream. Yap more. Archon, not no. You haven't seen my other stream I did before. I yapped for like 5 to 6 hours. It wasn't about Zenless. It was about something else. I think 4 is fine with the hiccups that I had. Besides, y'all are busy people. I ain't trying to have more of your time, so thank you, Kat. You all of you have a good night.